Over in VS Code, I'm just going to generate a model and migration for lectures. So PHP artisan, make model. I'm going to call this lecture -m to add a migration. I'm also going to scaffold a few things here. I need a controller for lectures. I need actions to create, update, and delete lectures. And I need the respective data objects to handle the CRUD process for lectures. So let's just scaffold all of that while we're here. So PHP artisan, make controller, instructor, lecture controller. Then let's do the data. So PHP artisan, make data. I'm going to put that in a lecture subfolder. And I'm just going to call this course lecture data. We are going to generate a couple of actions to handle the CRUD operation for our lectures. So the first is storing a lecture. So PHP artisan, make action, lecture, store lecture action. Then update lecture action and delete lecture action. All right, let's go to the migrations and look for the lectures migration. Each lecture is going to belong to a course. So table, foreign ID. We'll call that course ID. We're going to constrain that on the courses table and we want to cascade on delete. So if we delete the course, we want to delete all related sections of lectures. We also want it to be related to sections. Again, you could just do a relationship to sections here, and then through the sections, we can figure out what course the lecture belongs to. But again, I don't want to do that. I just want to add the course ID to the lecture as well, just so it's easy for me to do a direct join between the course and the lectures. So foreign ID, that is going to be section ID, constrain, cascade on delete. Now a course is going to have a title, or a lecture is going to have a title. It's going to have a type, and again the type is going to be either video or just text content. So I'm just going to put it as a string, and we'll definitely have to create an enum for this. And initially when a lecture is created, we won't know what type it is, and then we'll let the instructor select the type of lecture that they want to create in the front end. So for now, I'll just set the type to nullable. And then if the type is a text content, so it's not a video, then we want to append the body of the content in the lectures table. We don't want to create a separate table just to put the text content for a lecture. So I'm just going to call that long text, so they can provide a very long text as the body of the lecture. And this is going to be nullable, of course, because if it is a video content, then we don't expect to see anything in the body. Then for every lecture, we want to know the duration of the content in minutes. So if it's a video, we want to get the duration of the video. If it's a text content, we are going to generate some sort of, we are going to estimate the duration that it takes for somebody to read the content. So each lecture is going to have a duration in minutes, and that will be stored in decimal form. So here I'm just going to say duration in minutes. And because it's decimal, I'll just say 8 and 3 precision, and we'll default that to 0. So when it's created, the duration will be 0 because of course we don't yet have any content for it. Then very importantly, we want to get an integer that will be the sort order for every lecture, and we'll default that to 0. And this will come in very handy when we try to do drag and drop to reorder lessons within a section or between sections. So that's enough for the migration for our lectures. And so we can move on to the actual lecture model and fill it in.